I'm suing these creators. This came out 7 hours ago. I think we should take a look at this.
Hi there. My name is Ethan Klein.
Hi,
and
Ethan
my favorite
Klein.
hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
Oh, nice.
Let me tell you guys a story.
Okay.
About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use.
Okay, so I think fair use is honestly, if you pause the video enough and you interject enough commentary, you have successfully transformed the original piece of content. That's what I think is fair use. Because commentary videos where I was using gameplay and talking in between clips that I was reacting to, it's the same thing, except I don't use gameplay now. I just have a face cam and I use the pause button. It seems like the same thing, and I think that it's fair. You know, I don't think that it's like completely stealing. It is definitely low effort. It is slop, and that's fine. I don't think that it's illegal. I don't think that it's like unethical.
Like
especially I'm friends with a lot of the people who I react to, so I think it's totally fine. When you're watching Master Chef in full length eating food and then leaving your room to shit and you're not saying a word, it's just like, that's indefensible. Okay, that's kind of crazy. It's derivative, it's protected under fair use, yeah. And then I also do think that, you know, the type of content that you're watching, you know, this stuff matters. How much are you saying? Are you letting the video play while you're taking a shit? Are you eating while you're watching the video? This stuff does matter. I think you have to look at the context, right?
XQC and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary.
He's like on his phone eating.
Or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety.
Exactly. So you can see here, this is the original video in red, and this is what's being reacted to in blue. And so this looked like my editing timeline when I would do commentary. It would be like, clip, my commentary, clip, my commentary. And this is sort of what I'm doing now when I'm pausing. So I think that it's fair use. But I also do know that there are some creators who actually like when their videos are reacted to because it can give them feedback that they may have like overlooked when they're doing their videos. So like Sean, Think Before You Sleep, for example, he likes when I react to his videos because when I pause and I have stuff to say, it gives him insight into like what he communicated that landed on deaf ears and what he communicated that really registered with his audiences. So it can be good feedback for him.
Of my video, a face cam in the corner or the
I also think the way that you post the reaction has a lot to do with how ethical it is. Like I think just using the thumbnail of someone else and then just putting your face there is kind of crazy. I do all my own thumbnails. I A/B test them. Obviously I have a format. It's kind of slop, but it's like my own work. It's different. It's repackaged. I think the competition for my video between the video I'm reacting to is different. You know, I'm not trying to compete with the original video for views.
Occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, you know, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission.
Well, there's another thing where people, like Hassan's fans, they literally have made money for themselves taking the clips that Hassan doesn't post to YouTube because he knows that they're not fair use and posting them on their own channels. So, like, let's show you this, right? For example, like this video. Yeah, so this is like Hassan reactions. This is not even his channel. And so this person basically was like, okay, Hassan wouldn't upload this to his YouTube channel because it's not fair use, right? It's like the majority of the video is like him silently eating. But it's like some guy who's like, okay, let me just take this stream where he's reacting to this and then post this on my channel. So he's stealing this video. That's crazy. Filling up the piggy bank, I guess.
Stream or re-upload the entirety of
I guess he is eating the rich.
My videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry because why should these content thieves, essentially, get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening. I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright? Or like the fact that it's illegal, does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because...
But that's fair.
Watch me full screen.
Well, I don't like that he took him, like, I would have liked to hear his explanation, but, I mean, I guess, you know, charitably, like, the idea that, like, you can get sued for reacting to someone's video, I think. Problem is that, legally, there can definitely be some, you know, some exploiting there. Like, what I don't like, you know, legally, if I play a 10-second clip of someone's song, like, if I have a Drake song as my outro song, and the video is an hour long of my content, the fact that I use 10 seconds of Drake legally gives him the right to take all the money from my video, even though it was just 10 seconds of Drake at the very end, you know? Even though no one is watching the video to listen to Drake, Drake played a 0.0001% role in the creation of that video, and it's like, he could just take all the money. I think that was why legally I would disregard some of this stuff, but, you know, the copyright law is just, around this stuff, seems really finicky.
If flat out doesn't, because...
But that's fair.
Watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your
do
prime...
that.
Then watch
Bro,
your prime content.
Do it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate
How did he
debate.
get a giraffe? I want that.
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much...
And XQC does a lot of variety content. He's not just a React guy.
worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large...
He has a nice ass. Okay. What a useful chat from Dark Knight David 262X45.
conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom, or to eat, or to talk to his mom, or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time, and leaves the video playing for his chair.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area around the main airport in Sana. Then this.
Look at this. Oh my god. Bro.
This operation results in hostages and captivity. The result of the death is the third.
The escape artist. Ironically enough, I'd rather listen to what the chair has to say, yeah. The chair produces a net neutral on the stream, whereas Hassan produces a net negative. So really, if anything, I wouldn't sue this. I would promote this. I would say we want the chair more than anything. Yeah.
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they...
Bro must have had his prostate rocked by Diddy too hard with that many piss breaks. A lot to unpack there. Not impossible, though.
I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time.
Oh my fuck, is that Kaceytron? Holy chopped. That is so dude, she's like 30 years old. She looks like she's 80.
To form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now, the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denims sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers.
50,000 live viewers for this? People will watch anything. Holy shit.
That's 30 times her regular viewership.
Yeah.
She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of...
Yeah, there's no plausible deniability. So they're literally saying, instead of giving this person's original piece of content views, which would give him money, watch the people that are watching him just so you can see what it says. So it's just glorified piracy, which is like, I don't mind piracy for a lot of things, but it's pretty obvious that it is illegal. And if Ethan Klein has a grudge with these people and he has a lawful way to go after them, I can see why he would want to.
Copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer.
Yeah.
That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like...
I mean, they just admitted it, right? They're just literally saying, hey, if you want to watch the video but don't want to support him, just watch these people because they're stealing it.
Double agents for us. Incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So, thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement. But how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys,
they actually brag about it. It's actually hilarious. They literally say, and they take pride in the fact that they're taking this other person's work and profiting off of it and getting viewers for it. They're like, hey, you're actually doing a good thing by watching me uncritically sit there with a blank stare at this other person's piece of media. They brag about it. To them, it's a moral good act, even though it's completely illegal and, in a lot of cases, unethical. In this case, I would say it's unethical as well, yeah.
If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denims, the queen of self-owning, you prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit.
Did he do that?
Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now.
Oh, no.
I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress.
He knew it. No, this is actually 100,000 IQ.
Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain.
I didn't watch
People
it.
like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just
He's
for doing
sparing
that.
them.
I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video.
If you enjoyed stealing the views that would have gone to this because the video would have gotten your natural intrigue, then give me money.
Follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content.
She's on her
Pay
phone.
me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment.
That's
and
crazy.
Like Hassan
That's fucking insane. Like, holy shit, at least try to hide it a little bit. Like, at least just, like, take an Adderall and yap for a little bit, you know? Holy shit. I mean, like, take one of those, like, you know, have a few beers before stream. Get that social lubricant so you want to at least talk. Don't just sit there and blank stare. Pre-watch it so you can fake live commentary. Like, it's so easy to just talk, and yet you want something else to play and leave the room. Negative entertainment value.
Entire TV shows on stream.
Jesus.
My fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria
what's the bar?
that I set forth earlier. These people were not...
there has to be, I think, a level of intention to steal, right? With XQC and Asmongold, I think that they were interested in the content and were giving commentary about it, whereas these people expressly streamed it to steal views. Yeah.
Targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Kaceytron.
Do you guys remember when she called me an incel on Twitter? Feels like yesterday. It was a year ago. Casey, you wish you could go back to that. You wish that I was your biggest problem. Ethan, my boy, you've done good things.
Queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made it?
Jesus. Like, I walk to Circle K late at night to get an energy drink because everything else is closed. And I see people that remind me of Kaceytron out there, and I want to not watch them. I don't make eye contact. The moment you make eye contact, they want $1. It's the same thing. The moment you watch her, she's asking for fucking primes. You need to be like laid out on a stretcher and taken to a hospital where they can give you something that like suppresses your urge for weed. And people think like weed isn't addictive. That's the biggest cope. This is real life proof. If like the Dare initiative in like the early 2000s had access to Kaceytron's VODs, I would say the anti-weed ads would look a lot different. It would look something like this. It would look something like this. It would be like, hey, do not smoke weed. You might turn out like Kaceytron. Fucking junkie.
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission?
Literal, and what is this, like a terrorist on the screen? He's holding an AK?
Can I use the bathroom, please? Nice. I'll leave it playing.
These, if you think about it, you've looked at how many deadly sins so far. Like, we got gluttony. We've got, gluttony again.
Which is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
The job of the hut.
And Denims, the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you.
Oh, sorry, sloth. Yeah, sloth, gluttony. So Frogan would be sloth. Denims would be maybe greed or envy. You know, Kaceytron, gluttony.
Of
the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro? I'm so sweaty, bro. I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. Well, that seems pretty definitive.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints. And let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Kaceytron.
Of course, she's really good at live commentary. Most of her commentary will make you think about things in a way you never have thought about them, if that makes sense. You wouldn't get it. It's a Kaceytron thing. An intellectual pioneer, a philosopher, a studier, and academia, knowledge, numbers, calculus, algebra, literacy. Yeah. A
lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing.
Can I be honest, bro? Listen, about the whole titty streamer meta, at least they tried to look hot.
Wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Kaceytron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Kaceytron smokes 42 times during her reaction.
Holy
just
shit.
As a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was...
It's got to be close, right? I think she probably said more words than smoked, but it has to have been close. Even if it's not close, if it's any number, if she's smoked and like her coughing occupies more audio than her speaking, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
There's no way that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds.
You're under arrest.
Of smoking.
That's fucking crazy.
She spent
oh my God, that's insane!
minutes and 15 seconds longer
19 minutes!
Smoking than she did talking.
No, this can't be real.
And her quote-unquote reaction.
Did this? No.
And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably
I need to hear the commentary.
Smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost.
This is someone's daughter, chat. This is someone's daughter.
That's the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Kaceytron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Kaceytron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Kaceytron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime, right?
I'm not joking. There are functional heroin users that are more coherent than her. There are people who have somehow managed to sustain a heroin addiction for several years that are more functional members of society than this person. That fact should terrify you. Okay? There are like investment bankers that go sneak off to the bathroom once a day and then experience euphoria in a dirty bathroom. And they go back to dealing with ultra high net worth individuals. And they hide their heroin from society. This person looks more fucked up than like a daily crack user. And that is insane to me. That is, I mean, honestly, like, you know, do any of you guys know who Boss Man Jack is? Boss Man Jack looks like a healthier person than her.
He's read more books.
What the fuck is that? It's pixelated, but it's like a giant airbag.
Than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
She gets paid to do this, dude. I don't know. I don't know, man. America is the home of the free, but maybe we're too free. This should not be illegal. This should not be illegal. Jesus.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this? I know there's so much. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is...
Hold on a second. Why does he look like he's dying? Someone in the chat had the audacity to criticize Ethan Klein's appearance. There is no way that you do not see the bottom right corner of your screen. If you think that Ethan Klein looks like he's dying, I implore you to look at what's occupying the bottom right portion of your screen, okay? Ozempic, probably. Yeah, he's on Ozempic. He looks like he's dying. You literally have someone who hasn't been outside in 5 fortnights decaying. I'm speechless. I'm stuttering. I'm speechless. Decaying in the bottom right corner of the screen. Holy shit.
Why copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of...
These are real people in the chat.
...taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that? Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically. Hell yeah."
Nice.
Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say. Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes. Like, what commentary do you want me to add by, like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing." You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise.
Most expensive bathroom break of her career.
Is it?
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and
apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
And they were fucking talking about
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the bathroom. You just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right? As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer.
Does she know that no one actually supports her, but it's all like people using her to not support Ethan Klein? Nobody fucks with you. They just don't fuck with Ethan Klein, okay? And you just happen to be an option to select from out of people who are stealing his fucking content, Nuke. Literally, that's the intended purpose.
Time to watch the new.
Like, there's a reason why people are watching you and not Asmongold, because they know that Asmongold is going to be reasonable and is going to say things while he's watching the video. It isn't just going to steal it. They're watching you because they know that you're going to steal it. That's like the entire reason people are watching you. Even then, they're still like, hey, are you gonna like say something? Are you gonna use your voice? Are you gonna like speak at all? Pipe up? Chirp? Anything?
Nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people, Reddit people. I came from the HP Snark Reddit. Ethan is so pathetic while Hassan is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but...
What's with the orange?
I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her
watermark it, of course, yeah.
And nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now?
You ever see Twitter people who post clips of like live streamers, but then they'll put their Twitter handle watermarked into the clip? You've literally not only reposted someone else's clip, but you've now watermarked it. You watermarked something that isn't yours.
Here's some quotes from Denims. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the Nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denim said, quote, well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content. Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
Right?
You do look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the Nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed
She said nothing at all. Okay, so she just took a piss, Trojan horse her piss break as also to get food, and then sat back down, ate the food, and said nothing again. Okay, so that's cool. So she may as well just have been in the bathroom the whole time if she was just gonna come back and blank stare, right? If you being in the bathroom was the same level of commentary as you being in frame, it's like, why even come back? At this point, take off the cam, just go live and just press play on the video full screen as if they're just, I mean, just like... You know, the half-assed effort to even make it seem like it's transformative at all isn't working on anybody. Holy shit.
Giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
Throw a prime.
If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
I'll throw a prime.
I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had
What is this? Let's see.
It's like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful
Ethan Klein Hassan content Nuke watch party. This is not a drill. Okay.
Stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live.
Oof.
Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan content Nuke watch party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that. Because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff.
Okay.
And most of those videos have like 5 million views.
Sure.
I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority.
So her own logic would hold her morally culpable for stealing the content, Nuke. Okay, interesting. I don't know how that works, but you know, it's okay. The grift never stops. It's the grift that keeps on giving, and it's actually cool. It's cool to be unprincipled. It's cool to lie to your audience. That's good. That makes you a proper Twitch streamer, and I think that she's gonna have a lot of success in this industry.
40 people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever, and I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like
I might walk away. Yeah, I might just be in the bathroom taking a doozer, and the video still might be playing, but that's cool.
Communal thing. It's why.
You notice how when she's describing the fair use shit, she keeps on saying, I might not be talking, I might be in the bathroom, I might not be, you know, doing fair use at all, I might not, it's just like, well, I don't understand this. So it's like, you're trying to paint yourself as someone who does this like well, but yet you've given all these examples of how you don't do it well. So you don't do it well. Okay. Good shit, dude.
I like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves.
Well, that one is fair use. Like, if you are commentating and you are transforming it, and like, yeah, that's the reason why people watch React content rather than the original piece. The same reason why people watch commentary. I think that part is fair use. Like, yeah, I think that's different. Like, Asmongold giving political commentary, I don't agree with what he's saying here, or by saying that that's not fair use.
Content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably
can I just also highlight that this drip is abominable.
Never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure
the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is called theft, and you're a thief, and now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony.
I mean, I don't agree with all of that. I mean, I do think that, yes, React content can be transformative. I also think that it cannot be transformative. That's why I'm saying I think it's a very muddy area of the law. I think it's a lot of legally gray stuff. Technically, Ethan's done React content himself. I've done React content. A lot of people have done React content. And it's like, well, how different is me doing a commentary video from me reacting to something live? Like, if I'm just supplementing gameplay with a face cam, it's like, is one of them more transformative than the other? I don't know. I do think that when you have the stated intention of stealing it, then you're kind of fucked. I would say that.
And how safe they've, you know, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original.
Because I would never take a bathroom break during the CSGO gameplay.
Original, like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it. 3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses.
Now, I wonder how it's going to go. I want to see the updates. I want Kaceytron to get a double charge on the weed possession. No way. I would say there's no way that she possesses under the legal limit of weed. You know, she's definitely got enough for intent to distribute. Please get her on that. Please, please, please. Anyway, great video.